Okay, welcome back, guys, to my Setup Builder tutorial series. We're going to be talking about shortcuts in this one. And just a heads up, the Files and Folders visualizer can do one heck of a lot more. You can set properties, targeting files to specific operating systems, and doing file attributes and all this other, but because my stuff was already preset the way I wanted it and I didn't need to do anything special with it, I didn't. So let's do shortcuts. You can see that by default they give us some predefined shortcut locations in the start menu in Programs, Startup, Send to Desktop, and Quick Launch. We're going to put our stuff in the Programs folder, so I'm going to right click on it, go Add Folder in this case, and we're going to call this iCarly Fan Package, and we are going to replace existing shortcut or folder if we need to. If it's already there. Any comments? No. Any conditions? We're going to install this. As you can see, Setup Builder supports everything as far back as Windows 95, folks, and onwards. And we're going to make sure that it's associated with Always Install. So we're going to OK to that. We're going to add another one of these. We're going to say Seasons, and we actually want to set a condition on here that to only put that shortcut there if the Seasons feature is there. And we're going to go back up and we're going to add another, and we're going to call that one Utilities. And that will be Always Install, because that's going to contain a link to our uninstaller and our license and README information. And then, but before we go fleshing out these folders, we're going to create us a shortcut. And we're going to say iCarly Music. And we're going to jump out to where it says Advanced Target, and because I am not going to risk typing that in manually and screwing it up, I'm going to browse for folder, and I want to specifically target a folder in the Soundtracks feature called Music. Then we're going to OK that. Then we are going to, let me actually, I know those work. Okay, so then we are going to parameters. If you were like targeting a specific file and you had to pass command line to it, this would be where you'd stick that. Working directory, well, since we're targeting a folder, but like let's say you launched WordPad and wanted it to start looking for files in C documents, that would be where this is set. Hotkey, run, icon, description. All this is pretty standard fare for what is a Windows shortcut dialog. So we're going to OK that. And then we're going to add another shortcut. And we're going to call that just iCarly Seasons. And we're going to do the same thing. But in this case, what we're going to do, we're going to browse for folder, make sure that that is on the Seasons, Videos, leave everything else the heck alone. You can also target this to individual operating systems, and then since we said we're targeting a file within the Seasons feature, it would be intelligent of the system to say, well, the Seasons feature better be installed. Okay, so boom, boom, iCarly Music, iCarly Seasons, and then let's populate our add uninstall shortcut. And just FYI, there's something I totally forgot to mention when you're doing the shortcuts, is these checkboxes down here. So I do not want these pinned to the Windows 8 start screen or the window, and we don't want to pin it to any of this. Okay, and if you want to disable that, if it's an internet shortcut, remove on uninstall, replace if there's already an existing, enable access for all users if you're doing a per user install, which I don't even remember what that's supposed to do. Let's go ahead and give this a name. And package. Okay, everything is golden there, and let's go ahead and I will actually populate this seasons thing off camera, but I want to real quick show you how to populate the README and license files. So let's make a new shortcut called README. Let's do it this way, README. And we're going to say not pinned to the start screen, and we are going to do advanced, browse for file, under always install in the applications directory, readme.rtf. Go ahead and OK that. And the license. Should say mockery of a license, but still. Okay, and we are do not pin to the Windows 8 start screen. File. License.rtf. Okay, I'm going to go off camera, get the seasons shortcuts populated, and then I will come back. Okay, I am back. All of our seasons are created, and not all of our seasons, but all of our shortcuts are created. And we're not going to do anything with the registry, but I will briefly touch on that along with some other things here. Well, at least along with the registry, I'll briefly touch on that. And then the next thing we're actually going to be dealing with in this series is dialogues. So, I shall be back when we briefly touch on the registry.